And at the same time, I was going daily to this ice cream store, again in Marshall, Texas. And there was this nice looking girl who would always give me a smile, a young lady at the ice cream shop when I'd buy ice cream. But one day I'd gotten there and one of the girls who helped her just bust out laughing. Boy, she burst out laughing. I kind of laughed again. Then I looked at the other girl that I kind of had my eye on. She just started sniggling. I said, what is wrong with them? And I looked up. I had forgot to put my skull cap on. There I was sitting there with a bald head. I never went back to that ice cream shop. I never did. But after a couple of days, I had to have a long talk with myself. I said, here you are. You got your big shoulders. And you got about more than $800 in the bank. And you got a nice car, a Cadillac car. And you ashamed of yourself for something like that? And I never wore hair again. I never did. Not because I thought it was nice looking, but the idea, I looked around and fumbled around in the mirror and I recaptured something that my mother loved about me, my face. She liked me. And I started to see myself and like myself again too. That's why I never wore hair again. I fell in love with me. And I never was ashamed of it, and I never grew hair again. Strange thing though, the last few years, I had this mind to get some dreadlocks. And I thought maybe I'll buy a wig because the little bird started stealing more of my hair. And just a message to everyone, like yourself. Something goes wrong with you, always like yourself. If you like yourself, others will look at you and say, you know, I like her as much too. I still like him. Thank you. This is an old preacher years back, and I wasn't even into religion. He said, George, you know, you got 4 pockets on your pants. Spend all but one. Don't ever spend. You gotta save one. Keep one pocket that you never spend. Good advice. And I tell people all the time, the best advice you can get is to continue to earn. Never say, that's enough. I got it now. Continue to earn. That's the best advice you can get. Saving and investment and all of that is one thing, but earning.
Fist. I didn't run. I didn't exercise. I gave it all up. Never wanted to see a boxing ring again. But a profound event occurred in my life. I got broke. I had to go back into boxing to take care of my family. You have all these children looking for opportunity, college. I had to box. After 10 years, I had to go back into the ring. Didn't like it at all.
Because you said that you did everything right and you made investments.
No, I had people I trusted to a fault. They stole my money, wasted it, burned it out. Because I had so much trust, I didn't even examine them to see what was going on. I lost everything.
Wow.
Everything because of trusting people. 10 years, I didn't even make a fist. I didn't.
The George Foreman family and the city of Houston have come out to invite the public to honor the life and the legacy of George Edward Foreman, who passed on just a couple of days ago. The memorial service will be held at the Wortham Theater Center, 501 Texas Avenue in Houston, Texas 77002. That will be on April 14th, 2025 at around 10:45 a.m. The family have come out to say that due to limited seating and the security measures, entry will require a confirmed ticket, and of course certain positions of the service are private and by invitation only. They kindly ask that all guests respect designated areas and follow the posted guidelines. In lieu of flowers, donations may be made to the Church of the Lord Jesus Christ or the George Foreman Charitable Foundation, that is P.O. Box 1405, Huffman, Texas. Then they concluded the statement with saying that, thank you for your understanding as we celebrate the extraordinary life of our beloved husband, father, grandfather, friend, and the hometown hero, that is George Foreman. We all know George Foreman passed on just a couple of weeks ago at the age of 76, and he was known as Big George in the ring, and he competed for so many decades, starting in the 1960s, winning a couple of gold medals, and of course he won gold at the Olympics and numerous titles, belts, including the world heavyweight title twice. He lost his first title to the legendary Muhammad Ali in their famous Rambo in the Jungle fight that happened in 1974. We are sending our deepest condolences to the family, friends, the fans, and everyone who actually knew and loved George Foreman. Rest in power, King. We'll be coming out to give you all the updates with regarding to the funeral and of course the memorial service that's going to be held on 14th April 2025. We just want you to stay tuned, and all we can say in this morning time is bye bye for now.